The Nintendo Switch is selling fast. The Nintendo Switch is selling so fast that it's not entirely crazy to ask the question already. Could it eventually outsell the PS4?
This week, Nintendo announced a pretty big sales milestone for its new console, the Nintendo Switch. The Switch has sold 10 million units in its first 9 months on sale in 2017. Launched on March the 3rd, it took 9 months and 7 days to reach the milestone, which it passed on December the 10th. That figure puts it roughly neck and neck with Sony's PS4, which is far and away the best-selling console of this generation currently. In a press release announcing the news, Nintendo of America President and COO Reggie Fils-Aimé said, quote, "The response from fans has been great and we're doing our very best to satisfy demand during the holiday shopping season." To compare all this to the other consoles, the Xbox One took a full year to ship its first 10 million units after it launched in 2013. The PS4 sold 10 million units in 8 months and 29 days after its launch the same year. But that includes a full holiday sales window. That full holiday sales window is still yet to come for the Switch because we're still in the middle of it. And it looks like Nintendo are in for a very strong Christmas as well after this year's Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Figures published by Adobe after the Black Friday sales a couple of weeks ago showed the Switch was almost single-handedly giving the console hardware market a shot in the arm this year.
Yeah, so after Black Friday there was all these analysts and stuff coming out saying that, oh, 2017 is the year of the Switch, this is Nintendo's year, what an amazing turnaround, all this kind of stuff, because Black Friday and Cyber Monday were very good days for Nintendo. And then because of that, they then went on to say that they're probably going to kick all kinds of ass over Christmas. So if you take that into account and the fact that Nintendo has already got 10 million units under its belt before having a Christmas window, because they launched in March rather than near the end of the year, which is what consoles normally do, that is pretty good. That's pretty impressive.
What is impressive, Mike, is that they actually managed to produce 10 million of the units, because usually they just produce 10 units.
Exactly. And there has been concern, it has been the case that you can't really, or for a while anyway, you couldn't really just walk into a shop and expect to find a Switch. You'd have to order it, get on waiting lists and stuff. But they are, at this point, they are a lot more confident of getting Switch units out there, so that's good. So the sales might have even been higher if they actually had enough produced.
They're actually doing all right for Nintendo. Regular production for anyone else, but for Nintendo, they're doing really well.
Now, the PS4 is the leading games console of this generation with 70 million sales worldwide. If the Switch is selling as well as that in its first 9 months without the benefits of a full holiday sales window, could Nintendo's console eventually dethrone it as the #1 games console of the current generation? It took nearly 2.5 years for Nintendo's Wii U to reach the 10 million mark after it launched in late 2012. And the Switch will pass the lifetime sales of its previous console, which was discontinued in January of this year, by the way, in the next couple of months. This is pretty much a given as well, and Nintendo are in fact expecting to shift 14 million units by March 2018. That means, in less than 1 year on sale, the Switch will have outsold its predecessor's lifetime sales, which is pretty crazy. Nintendo's catalogue of errors with the Wii U clearly helped them learn lessons for the Switch. With clearer marketing, simpler design and, games, Nintendo's Switch is, as IDS research analyst Lewis Ward put it, an insane turnaround. That is pretty much what's happened here. They have the Wii U, it comes out and it's bad for many, many reasons, and it's poor communication and marketing, people don't really know what it is, and there's all this evolution of design, which is what Nintendo always do. They always try and push the boundaries and whatever, and they just did it with the Wii U, but not in a way that people really connected with. Whereas clearly with the Switch they have. It's a console that you can play on your telly and take that exact same game with the exact same save out with you and play it on the bus. That's cool. That's a very simple concept, and that people are obviously connecting with that. The poor decisions they made with the Wii U are obviously have been corrected here because they're a company that has learnt lessons, which is, it's good. That's what should be happening.
I think the unique design element of the Switch enables it to be appealing to so many different age groups of players. Like, you can see kids wanting this. I'm getting my kids some for Christmas, Mike. I thought I'd disclose that. I mean, I've owned one and I love it, and everyone who I've spoken to either owns one or wants one. Can't say that for many consoles, and that applies to adults and children as well. You can see why the appeal is there. You can take it with you as like a tablet. I'm comparing it to a tablet because usually my kids will play on a tablet when we're traveling or whatever, but they can just play play like Mario or something now. It's awesome.
It's an interesting comparison. You can compare it to the tablet, you can compare it to an Xbox One, and that's why it kind of makes Sony and Microsoft look a little bit daft this year, because they've got a PS4 Pro and an Xbox One X and the most powerful consoles ever. And it's like, yeah, but can you take it with you? Can you take it with you on the train? Can I play Zelda on a bus, mate? No, I can't. So who cares? You know what it is. It's a very clear thing. Whereas the Xbox One X is like, so it's an Xbox, but it's better, PS4 Pro. Do I need a PS4 Pro, or can I play all these games on PS4? Well, yeah, you can. It's just a much harder sell for that kind of iteration of console design, whereas the Switch is a much better sellable product, and that's probably why it's doing so well this year. It just stands out.
People saying that it might be the best-selling console of this generation. The generation's almost more than halfway through, so that can't be true. But what they do when it comes to upgrading the Switch, what's the next iteration of it? Will they add a Nintendo Switch Pro or a Nintendo Switch One X or something like that? I'd be interested, like a souped-up version of it. That'd be pretty cool, because I mean, it is limited by its hardware. Yeah. To a certain extent, there was qualms before release, let's say, when people were saying, "Oh, it's not worth the money. It's like £300 or $350. That's not going to be worth it." It turns out it is worth it.
10 million. That's a pretty important milestone. Let us know what you think of this down in the comments. Remember to like the video if you enjoyed it, and please do subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this every day. You can check out that video right there, right now if you want, and the link to Patreon if you want to support the channel. See you next time.